Getting prepared to wash a baby with an umbilical cord still on the belly button. You need 2 towels. The first I doubled and the second one I laid open. You take the baby and get it undressed. Of course, we're going to hold it naturally. Have you ever bathed a newborn baby with an umbilical cord still attached? Most people do not know how to do it, nor do they know that you cannot submerge a baby, an infant that has just come out with the umbilical cord still attached. You cannot submerge it all the way to the water. I'm about to walk you step by step through it. First, you have to get the baby undressed. After you gather all your supplies, so you don't have to leave the sink, and because you never want to leave a baby or a child unattended by water or in the bathtub. Then you warm the water. Make sure it's not too hot and not too cold. If the water's too hot, it will burn the baby. If it's too cold, then it will give it chills. You can always test the water with your wrist to see how cold and how hot it is.
Mommy, what are you doing? You're making a commercial?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
After you get it the right temperature, you want to take a clean washcloth, get it damp, not too wet so you don't get the umbilical cord too wet. And start by damping everything, from the cleanest part to the dirtiest part. I like to do the under the neck and the hands and the arms and under the arms, and get the feet. Make sure you get between the toes. I left the diaper on so you could,
Hey, that's my kid.
so the baby wasn't completely naked, because if the baby's completely naked, then it gets uncomfortable and the baby could get upset a little bit more. But newborn babies don't like to be completely naked.
Is that blue?
After you've wiped down the baby, make sure you're washing the baby real carefully. Put a small dab of soap on it. Make sure your rag's wrung out real good. Wash under the neck. And just like I said, the cleanest part's to the dirtiest part. Clean the toes and on the legs. After you've wiped down all the exposed parts, you rinse out your rag. Make sure all the soap's off of it so you don't have to get the soap back on the baby. Wring it out real good, watching for that umbilical cord. Start by using a clean, damp rag and going back over the part to wipe them clean.
Just watch now.
After you've washed the baby's body, take off the diaper so you can clean the bottom half of it. That would be your dirtiest part. Now that you still have the damp, clean, or damp rag, wipe over it, making sure that it's all clean, and then put another dash of soap on it and wash the part. Making sure I know. When you get your soap on the rag, you want to wash everything and make sure it's clean. And then, like I said before, rinse and repeat. Now you're going to wipe it clean again. And after that's done, you can put your rag down and wrap your baby in the first towel. Holding the baby's head, you want to take a washcloth, make sure it's clean and damp long enough to wet the baby's head. Put a small dip on the baby's head. Be careful with the head because the head is very sensitive, and just rub it in behind the ears. And once you've done that, you wet your washcloth back down and wipe the soap off of the baby's head.
This is disgusting.
It might take you a few times rinsing out your rag. Getting all the soap behind the ears and everything. Turn the water off and wrap the baby's head in the towel suit with all the face exposed. Now, get the baby dressed and you're ready to go. That is step by step how to bathe a baby with umbilical cord. And make sure not to get it too wet. Yeah, I look like a mess.